people, we may have had the desire to start a business. I'm going to move a little bit. We may have wanted to start a community program. Maybe you want a new job. Maybe you want to start a business. And why haven't you done it? Everybody say it with me?
Fear.
Fear. Okay. So why are we afraid? Some of us say we're too young. You're too old. Well, let me give you a biblical lesson. The last time I checked, Mary was a teenage mother who gave birth to the Savior. So don't tell me you're too young. We might say we're too old. Okay, Sarah was in her 90s and had a child that she finally wanted to have when she walked in that faith and believed what the prophet told her. Don't have enough money. If God gives you the vision, the resources are going to come, and it doesn't have to be your money. I don't have enough time. Okay, I have the same 24 hours that you do. So I'm going to ask you, what are you doing with your time that makes you not have it? I don't have enough education. Okay, I think Bill Gates once got bored and dropped out of high school, but we all know that little company that's called Microsoft, am I right? If everybody in here is probably on your phone, at work, all of that. I have children. Okay, so do I. So does she. I have a friend who's a single mother of 6 and has a very successful adult daycare. So yes, form your plan around your children, but it should not block you. And any other self-defeating excuse that you can think of is why you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And all of those things, no matter what pretty dressing you put on them, it stems from fear. You can go to the next slide. Why are we afraid? So we went over all the excuses we have. Why are we afraid? I founded the No Fear Ladies Conference because I find it's a sad epidemic that a lot of us have lots of wonderful ideas and we do nothing out of fear. Lack of self-confidence. So we've all learned how to get our self-confidence. Look in the mirror, tell that woman you see, that man you see, you are all that and a bag of chips and nobody can do it like you can. A fear of change. Okay, if we're afraid to change, then you should have worn the same outfit that you had on yesterday. Am I right? You should have drove the same car, even if it broke down, you should have sat in it anyway, because you don't want a new car. Fear of success. Why would we ever be afraid of success? If God allows you to get there, He's going to give you what it takes to stay there. So we should not fear success. Other people doubt your ability. Okay, I don't know what you have to do with my ability. Because my ability is my ability. You can say what you want, but you can't take what I have. And past experiences. Yes, I'm reading a book right now about the millionaire mind. And yes, our mind is a file cabinet of past experience. But the difference is, you need to look through those files and find out how to get better, not let them make you afraid and stand stagnant. And this quote really stood out to me when I was looking at it. It said, fear is not only a problem, but it's a habit. And I'm here to tell you that if fear is a habit, that's definitely one you need to break. That should be at the top of your New Year's resolution. Because everything else you want to do, you can't do if fear is a habit. So let's think about how to break that habit of fear. You can go on to the next slide. One of the main things you have to do to break that habit is to learn how to transform your fear into action. So how do we do that? You must come up with a plan. And I know God put everything in line, because the very first speaker, I said, good Lord, is she looking at my notes? Like she was writing, the Tamara was right in there, and we just continue to hear the same thing. So come up with a plan and write it down. And here's the key why you have to write the vision and make it plain upon the tablets. I went to a training, actually it was a goal setting and a belief workshop. And they explained some things that were so key. All people have dreams. You know, when you're 2 years old, 5 years old, you learn to have a dream. They want to be an astronaut, and a clown, and a fireman, all kinds of stuff. All people have dreams. 50% of people have goals. Okay, so we've already lost some ground if everybody has a dream, but for some reason, only 50% have goals. 3% have written goals. Only 3% of people have written goals. 1% have a plan of action. So you want to know why only a small percentage of people in the world have the majority of the wealth? Probably because they're in that 1% that actually have a written plan of action. So you need to write it down. Then out of all of those, only 1% achieve their goals. I don't know what percentage in this room we are of the world's population, but there is no reason with all the wisdom you've gotten today and prayer and praise that you can't be in that 1% or we can't increase that 1% and achieve our goals. The next thing is you need to build a support network. We all heard birds of a feather flock together. So you need to have like-minded people. You know, I know there's some people in my life, because I'm called to minister to them, but they can't be my constant hangout buddies if they don't support. If they're negative and don't have confidence. So get those people around you that are going to be your cheerleaders. My husband is my #1 cheerleader. I will be in trouble. I've got my friend B. She came with me all the way from Oklahoma City, you guys. This is wonderful that I feel like that. Create accountability for yourself. We all need that. We start off strong, but then life happens. You know, all these different distractions happen. So whether it's a group you join, or it's your best friend or a spouse, make sure there's somebody who will step in and remind you. Remember you said you wanted to start that business? Have you taken an entrepreneurship class? Or do you have a business plan? My best friend from college is somebody, it doesn't matter if you bring a situation to her, she's going to hold you accountable, and that's probably why she's an attorney. She's not going to get on your side just because that's your friend. She's going to let you know and hold you accountable. Take baby steps. It's not that you have to jump from here to the back of this room already. That's impossible, as a matter of fact. Take baby steps. How do we all learn how to walk? We crawl first, right? We do this little number. First time you get up, your legs are a little shaky. Or there's my son who walked at the babysitter's house for a whole week, but pretended he couldn't walk when he was at home. You've got to take baby steps and then just do it. You know, Nike was on to something when they came up with that thing. You just have to do it. And in a few moments, I'm going to step into a little deeper about how in 2014, I just did it and took the leap. You can go to the next slide. So you're probably sitting here and, you know, you're listening to what I'm saying, and you're like, okay, that sounds good. You know, are you telling me something you just wrote or you read about? I remember sitting and watching night service at the end of 2013, and I wasn't unhappy with life. You know, I have a wonderful husband of 16.5 years, wonderful children, wonderful friends, but I just felt like I was a little bit bored. Like, there's something else I could be doing. I didn't feel like anything real spectacular happened. So I prayed. I said, God, I don't want 2014 to end, and there's just been nothing new and fresh. So I couldn't just say that. I had to get started. So now you can see a little bit of fun here. So I'm not like totally afraid of heights, but, you know, a little bit. So I worked at Girl Scouts at the time. And as a fundraiser, we did an event. I keep standing in the projector lane. We did an event called Over the Edge. Now, you guys know that culturally, as black people, we don't normally rock climb, we don't mountain climb, we don't rappel, we don't skydive. This is all for a good cause. So I just got myself up. I'm like, if this is a slide, I'm going to go down. I'm standing and running all the community stuff for the kids like I'm supposed to, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, one rappeller jumped out. Do you want to do it? But if you want to do it, you got to go right now. I'm like, okay. So you guys, this is my support team up here, my supervisor, and all. We're smiling at the top. We have not gone over the edge yet. That picture on the far left is when they had hooked me up, and y'all, the only practice was just before you go over the edge. They had a little hook, and you're suspended only 3 feet above the ground. There's a big difference between being suspended 3 feet above the ground and coming down this 16-story glass building in the middle of downtown Oklahoma City. But I did that. This first picture, that tiny figure on the left is me. Well, it's my right. It's my right. And your right, too. On the left is my colleague. This picture right here, the reason why I'm suspended, y'all, I was overcoming my fear, and then my climbing buddy, who's supposed to help me, started freaking out. And she stopped only about 5 or 6 stories down, and I'm literally, I had to go into Drake mode because we have been joking. And I'm looking her dead in her eye, and she's frozen. And I'm going, starting from the bottom, now we're here. And she starts singing, starting from the bottom, and she froze. The position you had to be in to successfully go down the building, she did something totally different. And so I'm going to tell y'all that I made it. And it was a wonderful experience. And I'm so excited I was able to do that. You can go to the next slide. You know what? I think we skipped one. So we skipped one. I'm sorry, can we go back a couple? There's one, this one, I knew it was something. Okay, the other thing, we all talked about health and wellness. I said, I need a consistent workout. You know, I'm not in a place where it's insurmountable, but I used to be so skinny that it's hard to adjust to something. At this height, I only weighed 120 pounds. When I got married at 21 years old, it had been the same size since like 13. So you have 2 kids, C-section, 9-pound daughter, whole lot of things go down. And yeah, my 9-year-old daughter weighed 9 pounds, 9 ounces, and today she's 5'4", 135 pounds, and wears a 10 or 11 shoe like me. So yeah, she did a number on me, and she's still doing a number on my pocket. So accountability, guys. I found this really cool group called Black Girls Run. And okay, we got some BGR ladies in the house, and you never know where you're going to make the connection. I was at a natural hair summit, and it turned out that the person that was over that natural hair meeting was also the local ambassador for Black Girls Run. So she came with her running gear. She's like, I'm sorry, I had to do a little wipe down the car, and they won't let right here. And they got together every Saturday. And here's where I want to encourage is that group, excuse me, throat's a little dry, was women of every age, every size and shape. Some people were of a size where the very first time we got together, they couldn't walk, even though we're just walking, they couldn't walk the whole mile. But that group was so supportive. They're like, don't hurt yourself, do what you can do. If we get halfway, you can turn around, that's fine. The bottom line is you're here, and we're going to grow together. So I was with BGR every Saturday. The goal was to work out for 11 weeks, progressively. Even on my lunch break at the office, I'd be walking or running or doing whatever I was supposed to do. The graduation was to do a 5K. I've never done a 5K before. It's about 3 miles. So I had my mindset. And you guys, not only did I do that 5K, but I got second place in my age group. Yeah. It was so awesome. I was able to run the whole time, even had to slow down. And there was a woman, a crazy woman, I guess her and her husband both run. And they made their 7-year-old daughter run the 5K with her, and she was screaming and spanking the child for stopping. So all the little girl looked at me like, I wish I could get some help. Can you help me do something? So I made it. I survived the 5K. Okay, so now you can flip to it. So here's the thing. When I rappelled down the 16-story building, that was exactly 1 week before my No Fear Ladies Conference. What better thing to do than to rappel down the 16-story building and have my own no fear story to tell? And all those things I said before about if God has given you the vision, there's no reason you can't do it. I'm going to tell you why I know. He dropped no fear in my spirit. My husband actually saw it before I did. I was like, I don't have time to do a conference. I'm the director of recruitment for Girl Scouts. You've got all this stuff going on. We're working with the kids. My daughter needed extra tutoring. I said, I don't have time. I announced the conference on June 2nd and 3rd on Facebook, and had the conference on August 31st, and had 75 people at a first-time event with no major promotion except for Facebook, word of mouth, and flyers, and just got on TV the day before. And even had a teen breakout session, because teen girls, I love them. If we don't work with them, they'll never have the presence of mind to come to something like this. So I make sure that whatever I'm doing, that the teenage girls are brought along the way. So the pictures below, you might see some, actually, you might see someone you recognize, you might not be able to see her. But second from the left, that is Doc Swiner at this summer's conference. And not only was I able to do it again, but I had Thelma from Good Times as my keynote speaker. And if you just ever research how to find people, even if they have not been on TV for 20 years, the find is hefty. She has a website with an email address that she responds to. I prayed, I sent the email. Her manager, who's also her husband, called me on Martin Luther King Day. He's like, I know it's a holiday, but she read your email and so moved. She's like, you have got to call that lady back. You've got to call her back. So everything is fell into place. It continues on. I've started doing other community and networking events for women and girls. And I just want to encourage everyone. You've got to do something new. Don't let fear hold you back. And here's one other way you do it. No Fear for Me is an acronym, and that is my time, so I'm going to keep it moving. Never let anyone tell you what you cannot do. Open up your mind to the possibility of your own greatness. Fight for what you believe in. Expect the best out of what you're doing. Act on opportunities to launch. She asked me to come, I came. You can't stand still in fear. And the R is to reach forward. I don't care if you're drowning in water. If you reach forward, somebody can have a life preserver. You can be a